This segment demonstrates how to assemble the tow broadcast spreader. To begin, turn the hopper assembly, Part 1, upside down and insert the flow slide, Part 9, into the guides facing as shown. Next, insert the end of the control cable, Part 10, into the flow slide. Then align the body of the cable and snap it into place. Now, align the gearbox assembly, Part 7, with the frame assembly, Part 9, making sure the flat end of the gearbox is facing the correct side as shown. Then, slide a flange bearing, Part F, onto each side of the axle with the hex side facing inwards and press the bearings into the frame assembly. Now, press two tube plugs, Part E, into the top of the frame assembly. Next, align the hopper assembly with the frame assembly and slide it down onto the shaft of the gearbox assembly. Insert 2 1/4" by 1 3/4" hex bolts, Part A, with 2 1/4" washers, Part D, down through the hopper assembly and frame assembly. Then secure them with 2 1/4" nylock nuts, Part K, down below. Next, insert the hairpin agitator Part L into the shaft of the gearbox assembly. Now, slide a .531 by 1" by .059" washer, Part J, onto the flattened side of the axle, followed by a spacer, Part C. Then slide the drive wheel onto the axle, Part 4, with the driven side facing out. Now, slide a .513 by 1" by .059" washer, Part J, onto the axle. Then secure the wheel with a 3/32" cotter pin, Part H, spreading the ends of the pin. Next, on the opposite side of the axle, slide a .531" by 1" by .059" washer, Part J, onto the axle, followed by a spacer. Then slide the other wheel onto the axle, followed by a .531" by 1" by .059" washer, Part J. Then secure the wheel with a 3/32" cotter pin, Part H, spreading the ends of the pin. Now, insert the hitch tube, Part 3, into the frame as shown. Then align the control tube, Part 2, and insert 2 1/4" by 1 3/4" hex bolts, Part A. Then secure both tubes with 2 1/4" nylock nuts, Part K. Now press a tube plug, Part E, into the end of the control tube. Then align the control cable housing and secure it using the 1/4" by 2" carriage bolt, Part B, and a 1/4" nylock nut, Part K. Next, align the hitch brackets and insert 2 1/4" by 1 3/4" hex bolts, Part A, and secure them below using 2 1/4" nylock nuts, Part K. Now, insert the hitch pin, Part I, and secure it using the 3/32" hair cotter pin, Part G. Your Agri-Fab 85-pound tow broadcast spreader is now fully assembled and ready to use.